So finally a new update on the 190 V12 project. I know it took some time, a little bit too long I think. Some people ask already about the V12 project. So I got an update, I got a lot of work done. I got rear suspension it's completely modified. Also differentials in, that sort of stuff. It's not in now, but it's completely modified. So let's show you that. So first in the back, I got struts welded in. So the suspension is from BC. The top mount adjustment for the dampers. So I got the fuel tank out because of welding, of course. And going to mount also a strut bar in between. And the battery is coming in the back here also. But I first need to know if I get the fuel tank out and in. So to position it, otherwise you can never do any maintenance on it. So yeah, first have to sort that out. So this is all done. So I'll put the car a little bit up. Okay, so I got here the BC, I got a BC suspension set. It's a coil over set that's from an E36 BMW. And normally in the back, the BMW E36 has also not a coil over. It is also a separate shock and spring. But this is an integrated set that was available for E36, so you can change it. So why I bought this particular kit was because the rear is just a very narrow, nice shock, so it's easy to fit in. So the modification was pretty minor. So it was fully welded underneath and on top of the beam. So, but the main thing about this was because a friend of mine had an E36 kit from BC, and I fitted it on the 190 wheel hub. It's almost perfect, only this angle is a little bit off, but it almost fits perfectly. So this angle needs to be a little bit more like that. So and then it's a long spring, so I have to get it more higher in the car, as high as possible, to get it fully in. So that will be also a very nice big modification, I think. So to the suspension, I got this side the wheel hub is on. This is not the wheel hub I wanted to use last time, but first I'm going to show you what I've done. So all the tie rods are in, as you can see. It's all done. Also I got enough room. If I put my rim on, I got Sagan 18-inch rims, Mercedes rims from an I think they were on an S600. It's a 9-inch wheel in the back. So I got about 2 centimeters in here. 2 centimeters in here still space, so that's enough. Still can fit an original wheel. So that's all done. The only modification I've done to the subframe in here is this, because this is moved about 3 centimeters back. Normally it's here, about over here. So 2 centimeters back. Also on the other side is done. And the complete rear subframe. The part for the differential is mounted. So there's a very big plate in here, fully welded in. So the differential from the S600 will fit in here now. With the axles, everything. So it fits pretty nice. Only I have to look in here for the bolts. Maybe I have to do a little bit of modification, otherwise it will move. And I still hear some banging in the back, so I have to have a look. So what is changed to that wheel hub? So this wheel hub is not an S600 wheel hub, because it's over there. And also not the 191. Because my problem last time, who saw my last video, was that I wanted this S600 axles I wanted to use, because they are just much more, they are just bigger, so can handle more power. And I want to just be as reliable as possible. And now people driving just with W124 axles or 201 2.5 16 valve axles, but I just want to use this one because it fits just perfectly on a differential. It just fits. So the problem was with this one, it needed too much modification. This is the S600 rear, it's just way off, so I'm not going to use this one. But I want to use the axle, so I need to have a wheel bearing. So I searched, and I found out that this wheel hub is almost the same as 190. This point is the same. These 2 points are perfectly the same. This also. And the only thing is that this wheel, these hubs are a little bit more towards me, so the wheel is coming more outside of the wheel well. So that's perfect, because my wheel is now positioned completely flat with the wheel well, almost. It's a half centimeter out or something, so I have to roll the wheel well a little bit out. So the only thing what was off was this one. So that is what the modification I've done up there. That is this connection. So that's 3 centimeters back well, about. I don't know the right number now, but it's about 3 centimeters. So this is 191. So if you position this here, you can see it's almost perfect. The only thing, this position is lower. You can see that over here now. Just more upwards. So that was the only modification. And the nice thing about this is, I don't think you can see it perfectly, but this is the 190 and this is an S210. And this has the same, this wheel hub has the same wheel bearing as an S600, and also the hub has the same internals for the axle as an S600 axle. So that was pretty nice. So yeah, I bought a complete rear axle of an S210. I also got a differential still there. So these axles are also thicker. Only the axle itself is a little bit, is not that thick as the S600, but the top one, of that's going in the hub, that's the same size. So that's pretty good. That's what I needed. So that is all done. So differentials in. So the next thing what I need to do now is I want to order also another one for this one, another one for this. And I found out a guy on the internet, on YouTube, that contacted me that had also built in a V8 in 190. He had the same problem with the mounting of the steering box. And he had a very nice modification on here. So I'm going to do the same thing to it to make it fit. Also going to modify this arm, because it's, when the wheels are going in, it's going to hit it, so it needs to be a little bit more space in here. Also the front suspension needs to be modified, of course. So the thing that I need to do is sort out how long these axles need to be to fit perfectly. Then the drive shaft from the transmission, it's over there, needs to be shortened to fit the transmission and the differential setup. So that's the next thing also. And then the suspension on the front. So suspension on the front, and the SL500 wheel hubs I have in here, and then front suspension, and that is, then the chassis is all done. Then we can go up to the to get the engine in and get the oil cooler, needs to be fitted over there. So it's getting there piece by piece, so that's pretty good. So hope you like this update. Got a lot of work done. I was just pretty busy, so I couldn't do an update earlier. So I think this is a nice update. There's a lot of stuff done. So hope you like this update. And if you didn't see my other videos, in the right corner for you, there's an right corner, the other right corner. Sorry, that corner. There is a button with my logo. You can click on it. You can go to my main page. You can subscribe there to my page and to my channel. And also see the playlist for the other videos. So I hope you liked it. Give it a thumbs up. Share it if you like it, and see you next time. Bye bye.